See, it says we're live here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's kind of an experiment. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not seeing notifications yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I got it there. It's live on Dancing Bear. Let me check out that. Do you have any bells going on in the background there?
I have this little indoor wind chime
It's just very loud.
that the kittens like to play with. They just left it alone.
Yeah, it's the kittens are being very loud with the noise.
It was just the wind chime.
Okay, well.
I will put something there where it won't ring.
Yes, okay, let's see here. We have to just continually press play. Okay, everyone, welcome to Late Night Craft Talk. This is a special edition, very special edition, Late Night Craft Talk. As you can tell, we have a very special edition intro that you guys are not recognizing. That's how special it is. It's super special. But you know, it's interesting. I'm not seeing any notifications. That's so weird. It shows that we're live, but it's not showing any notifications. That's just weird. Well, I mean, I guess if we are there. Okay, so hello, everyone. If you guys could do me a favor, if you could share our video feed onto your shows. I'm wondering where we have all of our peoples at. Who's watching? I see we have people watching. Let's see, and I'm going to go to Dancing Bear. I'm going to make sure I share that. Let's see, I gotta share that onto all the places. Yep. Oh, wrong one. Dancing Bear Friends. I need to go to Dancing Bear Indian Trader. What's going on here? Dancing Bear. Okay, there we go. It's going to Dancing Bear Friends. That's another thing. Okay, let's see. Yes, if you could do me a favor, share. I'm sharing mine right now. It's another night of Late Night Craft Talk. Join us as we chat about all kinds of stuff. And let's see, I'm gonna, yep, I think I'm gonna have to just go and just continually click play. I'm doing it the old school way. We're not going to have a countdown time.
Well, if it works, it works.
Well, that's pretty cool, though.
My computers are working very slowly.
Oh. At least I can hear you.
Share, but it's like...
I can hear you okay, though, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people watching us now. So if you guys, you can do me a favor. If you like, subscribe, share, we'd be very grateful. You can share. We like that, of course. But yeah, so we are here. We are live tonight. This is a live broadcast. It's not a pre-recording. It is 100% live. Live. And I have to restart it every moment or so. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So what does it do? Just stop functioning?
Yeah, it only goes a minute, and then I just have to click play again.
Oh.
I just came up, just had to come up with something for the time being. I don't have my other laptop. I was looking for it, and I have the video files on my other laptop, and I couldn't find my other laptop.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, I think the other laptop's at the store. I think that's
Oh,
where it's at. Is that a black kitty cat in the background there?
yes,
Oh, black kitty.
that is lap cat.
Yeah. I think lap cat's gone.
Yeah, he jumped over on the bed and he's looking at the kittens
Yeah.
or wrestling on the bed.
Yeah. So yeah, so you guys, if you are watching our show, please tell us hello. Tell us that you're watching, because we just can't tell how many people are watching, or which where people are watching from. If you wanted to say hi, we would love to see. We're an interactive show here. We like to chat with people, and so this is kind of a good thing to chat about. Tonight's going to be a chatty night, an interactive night. We want to make sure we get a chance to just chat with everyone about stuff.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be a very interesting. We'll go over all of this during the show. It's going to be a very interesting weekend. Let's see. And you can see I still have my pumpkin in the background.
Well, that's kind of
Halloween, kind of Thanksgiving-y.
yes, it's kind of Thanksgiving. It's harvesty.
Yeah, I kind of figured that I'm just gonna be cool with it and just be like, okay, so we're just gonna enjoy the jack-o'-lanterns a little bit more than just spooky time.
I have put up no decorations because I have kittens.
Oh, your kittens can be a problem.
Oh, but they're so entertaining.
Oh yes, the little ones for sure, for sure. Actually, it's been getting really chilly. I actually have a heater by my feet right now.
Oh,
Last week I did the show. My feet got so cold just sitting here. It's
there's
really,
this thing called socks.
I know, but regardless of socks, it's still chilly on this, because this is kind of just on the side of the house. My windows I have 3 windows on each side. It's kind of open. Fun stuff.
I haven't opened mine today. I was gone too much.
Yeah. Okay, so if we have people watching, just holler, because I can't hear. Okay, so then we're going to be starting our show in just a moment. We're not doing the countdown, and we're just going to flip over to the other opening. Okay. All right, we're starting our show.
What happened when a dog went to the flea circus?
What?
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with Svea and Vicky Hermes. What happened when a dog went to the flea circus? He stole the show. Let's get the show going.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So you guys can tell it's a little different tonight. We are taking over the show, aren't we, Vicky?
We are. We have shipped James off.
Yes. So it's just going to be Vicky and I tonight. We're going to have so much fun. There's a lot of stuff we want to just chat about. It's going to be interactive tonight. It's a potpourri. We're just going to talk about all kinds of stuff tonight. It's late night craft talk we're talking about, right? So this is where we're at.
A talk, because it's late night craft talk.
Exactly. So every week we do the show on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do it on our Facebook pages. It's on Dancing Bear and Elk Rack's Facebook pages, our YouTube channels, and our Twitch channels. So if you do like the show, please like and subscribe. Smash the button down below, like, or smash the button down below, follow. Been watching
Please,
too many
please,
YouTube videos.
please.
I've been watching too many YouTube videos. So yeah, for sure, definitely get going on that, and make sure to share our video. We've been doing this video since this video podcast, Late Night Craft Talk, since April of 2020. So it's been a way to kind of just keep familiar with the community, get ourselves out there and be here and just be in open communication and chatting, and we bring all kinds of interesting things out there.
Just stay in touch.
Yes, exactly. So with that said, hey Vicky, do you know what's going on with Elk Rack Traders this week?
Nothing. We normally do street fair on Thursday night, but because it's Thanksgiving, this is the one night a year there is no street fair. So we don't get to watch the people walk back and forth. It's so entertaining. I think dogs and children are the most entertaining part. It's just like this dog show and people that dress up. There used to be a lady that made outfits where she and her dog matched, when they walked down.
Oh, wow.
Our neighbor beside us has a little English dog, English bulldog, and she's got quite the personality, and she put pants on her last week, and the little dog's name is Sage, and Sage did not like it. She kept walking around dragging her hind legs trying to get the pants off.
That is too funny.
But she's discovered she takes old cameras and old like musical instruments. Like right now she has a French horn, and she has like an old microphone, and she puts lights in them. She wires them and puts lights in them, and they're just really interesting light bulbs. Like the French horn has a big round bulb in it, so she's got this electricity going through it and coming out. She has she's made a stand for it, and it's things that can't be repaired, and she turns them into these pieces of art. Mm-hmm. And when she takes the dog out front and people pet the dog, her sales go up. So Sage is making sales, and I ask, who's doing the best? Who's selling the most, Sage or you? And she says, I think Sage.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you have those kind of fun things to make those types of environments funny and entertaining. Yes.
You just kind of get to know the people around you. And it's interesting when people walking up and down the street, there's lots of tourists, and they say, do you know where such and such is? And it's like, no, I know where Lolly and Pops is. It's behind us here in H&M, but I don't know. We don't go to Palm Springs except for street fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
what's going on at Dancing Bear?
So this week has been a little bit interesting. We are getting ready for the Indio powwow. That's going to be coming up the weekend after Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in Capizon. We were going to be there. We are prepping for that. And my mom, Chris, had a health concern, and she is now on medication and not going to be going to Indio powwow. So I'm going to be going there with some help. Vicky's going to be helping me.
Yes.
So it's going to be, mom's doing okay. She was admitted into the hospital. She's out of the hospital now. She was only in there for observation, really. I was worried a bit because she's been in, she's going to the hospital. But the doctors were very confident that what's going on with her would be controlled with medication.
That's good news.
So that is really good news, and I'm thankful that nothing major. Because if it was major, they'd be hovering over her with all kinds of things going on. So it just not.
My room has been crashed.
Uh-oh. Who are those people? Who are those hoodlums behind you?
We're going kayaking.
Leaving at 10:30 at night.
And we're heading for Boulder City, Nevada, and over Hoover Dam to Willow Beach, Arizona, and kayak up into Black Canyon. So the girls can take over while the guys go do that.
You go, guys.
As a matter of fact, meet two of the people going. This is Asher, and this is Carson.
Hi.
Hi. We're going to leave to go boating now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Leave
See
us
you.
girls alone.
Is this the girls' takeover?
Yes.
We already took over.
Equal opportunity.
You're running late. Goodbye.
Do we have any comments?
No.
It's really interesting.
Oh, yes.
It's really interesting
Hi,
how
boys.
Yeah, Donnie's on.
it's really quiet.
Their dad is on.
Yeah, we just took up the trailer full of boats. Lots of boats. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you.
That was funny.
So yeah, so mom, she's doing good. She's at home now. She's getting adjusted to her medications, and she'll be good as new. She's just, like I said, getting used to the medications, and I think working this weekend at Indio is probably not the thing for her this weekend. So she's
might get a
gonna
little
stay
boring
home.
just to sit at the hotel room.
Yeah, so she's gonna stay home and just kind of relax and kind of get reacquainted with, getting used to walking around a bit. She laid down for like 3 days, so she wasn't feeling very good when she left because she's like so tired. So mom's doing much better.
I'm so glad
that's
to hear that.
a huge relief. Like I said, I wasn't trying to put too much energy into it. But we are, like I said, we are getting ready for the Indio powwow. And that's pretty much where we are at in regards to that. So and so if there's anything that you guys need, I was going to send out an email. I haven't done it yet. But if there's anything if you're going to be going to the Indio powwow, if there's anything that you need us to bring from the store, I really suggest placing your orders in advance, just because it will make it a lot easier for me to ring you out, because I'm going to be ringing all weekend. So ultimately, it would make it easier for us if you can give us a little bit notice what you would like, so that we can make sure to take care of you the best we can. All right, so Vicki, you're talking about, you had this interesting thing that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I went to my eye doctor this last week, and evidently he had a client not showing up or something, so he called me in early, and we sat and chatted, and he was telling me that, first of all, that my retinas he takes pictures of the insides of your eyes. They're very, very healthy, which I was very happy to hear. I think it would be hard to do crafts if you didn't have good eyesight.
Yes, I think it would be very hard. I'm bringing up your photo in a second.
Okay. He was telling me about the retina. I just assumed it was this little kind of oval sort of shaped thing on the back of your eye with cones and rods that pick up the light and the color. And he was telling me about all these interesting parts to it, where there's actually 10 layers in that tiny little retina. There's a inner limiting membrane, and it has like vitreous fluid inside the eye, and it's that's clear fluid. And then there's the retina, which has ganglion cells that form the optic nerve, and then astrocytes that help with eye development, and then Mueller's cells, which are responsible for the state of balance of body systems. Then there's the ganglion layer cells, and they consist, that's nerve cells, that's in the back. And then there's the inner plexiform layer, and that has bipolar cells, which are it's not a mental thing. It's cells that take information from the cones and the rods and pass on to other cells, to the ganglion cells. And then there's the inner nuclear layer, and that consists of cells that moderates for the cone and the rods. It also contains amicitrine cells, which is a type of neutron. Then there's number 6, the outer plexiform layer, and those are the photoreceptor cells that pass information on to the nerves. Then there's the outer nuclear layer that contains the cell bodies of the rods and the cones. And then there's the external limiting membrane, and that separates the cell bodies of the rods and the cones from the inner and outer segments. Then there's the photoreceptor layer, and that's the home of the inner and outer segments of the rods and the cones. So there's like different layers just for the rods and cones. It isn't just one layer. And then the final one is the retinal pigment epithelium, which is the outermost layer of the retina, and it provides nutrition and removes waste. I never thought that your eye would cause waste and need nutrition. And if that part of the cell, they call them the RPEs, if that's not working properly, cholesterol actually builds up on the retina, and that causes your eyesight to diminish. So I thought that was really interesting. He also, my optometrist had also gone to a seminar, and there was an Oriental gentleman, and I do not remember his name, and he's the one that came up with, you don't take just the 2 different kinds of medication. Then there's a third one he's developed, and that helps your body carry away the waste cells. So I just thought that was really interesting to learn all this stuff. The eye is a pretty complicated
It is, right?
organism. Yeah, it is.
Because if you think about what the eye does for us, there's so much that we see. Our whole lives are based on what we see out of our eyes, right?
I have an acquaintance who had cataract surgery. She wasn't able to see, and then she had cataract surgery, and then she could see, and about 2 weeks later, she actually, bye, have fun. Okay. They're off. They'll be back Tuesday. She actually had kind of a stroke in her optic nerve area behind her eyes and lost her eyesight in both eyes. Just boom, woke up one morning and couldn't see. Can you imagine that?
Wow, that's terrible.
So, and eating green stuff is really good for your eyes, all that kelp and the spinach and all those good vitamins with all the green stuff.
Yeah.
It's good for your eyes as well as everything else. So,
right.
Eat healthy, people. If you want to continue to see.
Yeah.
All the things that I have, I would hate to lose my eyesight.
I know. I would.
My grandma used to tell me that. She was quite the seamstress. So those small motor skills that we use our eyes for, really, we need to take care of our eyes.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's definitely a lot of, I think it would be really difficult to lose your vision. I mean, because there's like I said, our lives are all focused around our vision and what we see.
Well, can you imagine living in the caveman time if you didn't have your eyesight? I mean, you're really between a rock and a hard place, literally.
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah. Yeah. So something I wanted to talk about because it's coming up is that we have our Thanksgiving coming up, and one of the things that I always um, think about it is I don't necessarily think about pilgrims and all that kind of business. I think about my friends and being thankful for my friends and my family and things
Yes.
that we have and things that we are lucky to be a part of and friends and everything that we're everything, our animals, everything, right? And
Yes.
so I kind of thought it'd be nice to talk about Thanksgiving and talk about the things that make us happy. And one of the things I like to do for Thanksgiving and what we're going to do this year, we have some families going to be away. My niece is going to be singing in Vienna at like a choir thing in
That's
Vienna.
amazing.
Yeah, so they're going to that. So our family's kind of split up this year. So we're gonna have some friends over, and we're just doing. Have you heard of Friendsgiving?
Yes.
Just invite
My
friends.
sister out in Kansas is doing that. There's 6 different couples whose family, kids are grown up and they're off to college and all these other things. And that's what they're doing.
So we're just. I'm sorry. We're just doing kind of a Friendsgiving where we've invited some of our friends over, and we're just gonna do a potluck. I think we
Oh, that'll
may. I
be
think
nice.
Dan may. I think Dan may cook a turkey. I might make my stuffing. But pretty much, we're just gonna do just a real low key. Just hey, come, let's just spend time with our family and friends, our friends. I mean, Dan and my mom are obviously gonna be here, and hopefully, Dan's mom is gonna be okay enough to join us on Thursday next week. She's been dealing with her own health issues, so hopefully um, this Thanksgiving we can see them. Um, but yeah, so we're just like I said, we're doing this Friendsgiving, and I thought that would be kind of a fun thing. I found an interesting article, and it was talking about fun things to do for Thanksgiving. And I thought this might be kind of fun for a Friendsgiving.
What's
So,
that?
so let me show you what I found. So you stop sharing that and let's share this
Well,
here.
our Thanksgiving is going to be very, very, very different. I've always cooked Thanksgiving for years, and then my sons, my oldest and youngest, married women that cook. So
Oh.
I've always gone to their houses. Well, then several years ago, my oldest son took my grandchildren and his wife away from me, and they moved them to Oklahoma.
Mm.
But I still had my youngest son and his wife and kids. And we've always gone out to Parker to their house for Thanksgiving. But this year, she's going to go, they're going to take the kids and go into near Phoenix and have Thanksgiving with her parents,
Mm.
which works out fine because we're going to take James out and dump his butt on the river out south of Blythe on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be paddling his blow up kayak. I think he showed pictures of that
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
And he'll have his bike taken apart and laying across the front. And he'll paddle for 3 days down to Picacho. Then he'll take out there and put the bike back together and deflate the the kayak and load it all up on his bike. And he's got all kinds of panniers and all kinds of containers hanging all over that bike now. And he's going to bike about 17 miles out to the paved road where we'll pick him up on Monday. When he went over to, there was kind of a wobble in his front tire. So he took the bike, it's a mountain bike, over to a bike shop nearby. And he said, I think there's a wobble and I need to have him check on it. So they checked on it and fixed what the problem was. And then he was showing the bike repair guy what he's going to do. And then the bike repair guy called the sales guy over, and then the sales guy called somebody else over. And here they're all standing around looking at the pictures of what James is going to do with the bike and the pack raft. So anyway, I think that once we dump him off, we'll probably head down to Yuma, and I'm sure this is on everybody's bucket list. We're going to go have Thanksgiving in Yuma someplace.
Oh, nice. That'd be good.
I mean, isn't that a destination place?
Yuma?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It has to be about as much fun as we went down there for a dog show one time for my granddaughter.
I mean, I would say Yuma is as much of a destination as Indio. I don't know.
Wait, Indio has Coachella now and Stagecoach and some other stuff and polo games.
Okay.
It's in Indio out there at the polo grounds.
Okay.
So when you say Indio now, people don't say Indio. They go, oh, Coachella.
They're like, Indio. They're like, Coachella.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on the map with Palm Springs, but we're known as Coachella, but I don't care, you know. It just floods the community with 100,000 strangers.
Yeah.
Strange strangers.
Strange strangers, yes. Yes.
So anyway, that'll be different for us. Very different.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if I will come out as a widow at the end of the weekend because, you know, I could become quite annoyed with my husband and do him in. I've always told him I'm just going to dig a hole in the backyard, take him out there and shoot him and let him fall in the hole and bury him.
That's funny.
And then when people say, where's Frank? And I go, I don't know. He just disappeared.
They're like,
Who knows?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, last week he had a bit of bad news too. He went to the optometrist who has referred him to a specialist because he is now legally blind.
Oh.
Legally blind is 2,200 and he is 2,300. So that's his newest challenge. Getting old, things wear out.
Yeah, I know.
And then we took him to the hearing aid place and they fixed his hearing aids.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he can still open up cans of soup and heat it up in the microwave.
Okay, as long as he doesn't put the can of soup in the microwave, I think we'll be good.
So far,
then, right?
he's figured out he needs to open the can. He hasn't forgotten that part.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. That's good. So
And he can still feed the cats on Thursday nights when we're gone.
Okay. Would you like to see the fun Thanksgiving activities you could do? Maybe you can use some of these ideas in Yuma. Right? You can do a Thanksgiving trivia. So you can play trivia. Look, there's a whole bunch of ideas for this. This is kind of cool. So on Google, you can do all kinds of different things. Like you can look up different things and then it'll give you ideas, right? So Thanksgiving trivia, you could have a trivia game with your party. You could do a Thanksgiving bingo. That's kind of fun.
Bingo's always fun.
Thanksgiving scavenger hunt. This could be actually really funny. We've done a whole bunch of fun things.
Drive your neighbors crazy.
You could do scavenger hunt inside the house.
Well, there's that too. Especially if it's raining or snowing.
Yes.
Aren't you glad we're down here where we're not going to be part of that jet stream going through?
I know, right? So
that's going to affect most of my family. I have a sister that lives 125 miles north of San Francisco, right on the ocean. And so they'll be the first ones to feel the effects of that.
Yeah, so I mean, so are they preparing?
They're not right on the ocean. They're actually 1.25 miles away. But if you look out their living room window, you see the ocean. If you look out their front window, the front window, then you can see the mountains. So they're in a beautiful place. It used to be a sheep ranch a couple hundred years ago. And everything, the houses, you can't paint your house. They have to just naturally color, from the moisture and things like that. You mow for 20 feet out around your house, and they have deer and stuff coming in there eating all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's there are no street lights. I have a kitty on my desk. I have a Xena. This is a Xena kitty. Xena Princess Warrior.
Aww.
She's a little purr kitty too.
Aww.
We named her that because she was very, very sick, and she's actually a kitten from a feral cat. And the feral cat brought one kitten up and put it on the patio where I feed the cat one day, and that cat had conjunctivitis, so I got over-the-counter stuff and was taking care of her. And then and that was a orange cat. Then the next day she brought me a white cat, and that kitten we named Sky because she has sky blue eyes. And then the next day she brought Xena, who was very, very sick, and so I took her over to Animal Samaritans to have her put to sleep. The vet took her back and examined her and came out and said, "I'm sorry, I can't put her to sleep. This cat is dehydrated. She's malnourished. She has a viral infection. She has a bacterial infection, which has caused blisters on her tongues. And she has an infected eye, which that's what I took her for, is this eye was just pus was coming out of it."
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "But this cat just wants to get up and walk around and explore." She said, "I just can't put her to sleep. She just has such a will to live." And so I just like turned my head and closed my eyes and said, "Here's my credit card." And she's just a healthy, happy cat. But she's a little fighter. She pulled through it.
Aww. Maybe you need to look into starting a rescue.
I've got a rescue going anyway unintentionally. I know James has been a little bit frustrated with the cats because I don't know which one, but some cat sprayed one of his panniers. So I have this solution made by this company called Melaleuca, and it's lemon juice and tea tree oil, but it kills smell. So we sprayed his pannier. Now it doesn't stink anymore. That's just probably our 6 cats that we have. Now we have these other 2. We found a home for the orange one. We actually had a home for the white one, the white kitten, but I didn't want to release her until she was done. She had something or other growing in her intestines, and so we put her on medication. Well, by the time we did that, then the lady didn't want her anymore. So I have a girlfriend that babysat the kittens while James and I go to shows, and she's since gone back home in Northern California, but I think if I drove up there to her house, I could get her to take these 2 kittens because she had so much fun babysitting them while we were gone. At night, we have this cat cage kind of thing. It's net with zippers in it. And it's like a big room and a little room. And we put the little room holds the litter box. And then I put them in there, and they each have a bed. And we put food in there and zip them up at night and cover them up. That's what I did when they were sick, when they were little, to keep them warm. And it's just become a habit. I just give them some kitty food and say, "Kittens, kittens." And here they come running in there, and I give them their little bit of food and leave them there for the night. Mm-hmm. And then I can sleep in peace.
Yeah, because let me tell you, they get wild. I remember when Wicket was a kitten, and it just got, he ripped the bottom mesh under our bed. And he went underneath our mat, like under our box spring, and we hear bounce, 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 bounce in our bed. I'm like, oh, the cat, try to sleep. And so we would put him in the bathroom and just close him in there and be like, no. Because he would just get crazy and run everywhere and try to run on our faces and just get crazy.
This might gross some people out, but we have a pet door, so our cats can go in and out. And they we have a vacant house beside us. And evidently there's mice that live over there. And because there's like about 10 years worth of leaves and trash and stuff in that backyard. And so every so often they find a mouse and they come in and they bring it into the bathroom and the bathtub, and it sounds like somebody's trying to remove the bathtub from the house because it's a fiberglass tub. And that's where they kill the cat. And then we get up the next morning and find a dead mouse. And so then we put it in a trash bag and
they
stick
killed
it
a
in.
mouse.
They killed a mouse in the bathtub. And it does wake me up because it's pretty noisy because the bathroom is right by my room. And it's right across the hall from James's room. We all hear it. But I just ignore it because I don't want to deal with the mouse. I'd rather stay in my nice warm bed. So the next morning, we get up and put it in a trash bag, and we don't want to smell up the trash. So we had this little shelf in the bottom of the freezer outside, and we just put the mouse there and freeze it, and then on trash day we put it out. With cats.
Yeah, I get it.
But I grew up on a ranch, and we always had cats to keep the mice and the snakes away. So I won't even go into some of the stories from that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live on a ranch, it's a different life.
Yep. So, going back to the story. Okay.
Yes. What else can we do?
So, for activities for Thanksgiving, the gratitude game, it says you let your guests spin to unveil 6 inches of life. Family, friends, travel, home, pets, and work. And it looks like you write down, let's see, keep everyone's minds in the reason, season, free printable. I don't know what the gratitude game is. So that's something to maybe look into.
Oh, the gratitude, is that what it was?
Gratitude game.
Right. Okay.
There's pin the feather on the turkey. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Well, yeah. A variation of the donkey thing.
Even with adults, it could be really fun because what you do is you spin people around so they're so dizzy and you lead them in the wrong direction. So then they go pin the tail on a totally wrong area. All right. Of course, Dan has to message me during the live. Dan.
It almost sounds like my chimes on my little wind chime.
Show right now. Bye.
Here's my other kitten. Here's Sky.
So you could pin the feather on the turkey, and that could be a lot of fun. It says you can volunteer with a family. That's kind of an idea. Thanksgiving is time to be grateful, so volunteering with a local charity can be a perfect activity for you and your family. That's kind of a cool idea. You could do volunteering and taking care of other people. Oh, there's a lot of things. Look there's all these things you could do.
Oh my gosh.
Gratitude jar. Have little ones or everyone share what they're thankful for by placing this jar, strips of paper, and a few pens on the table. What you do is after it's full, later on you read it out loud. That's kind of fun. Scavenger hunt, we talked about that earlier. You do a scavenger hunt around the house. That'd be fun. Thanksgiving activities. Special time of the year when people come together to eat and give thanks. Let's see. There's Thanksgiving activities. Let's see. Thanksgiving charades. Oh,
that would be interesting.
Themed Thanksgiving charades. Okay. Turkey tag. What's turkey tag? Play turkey tag. Silliest Thanksgiving activities. Perfect for lightening the mood and keeping the party going all day long. It's competitive when you play turkey tag. Stick this adorable turkey tag clip on family members' clothes. Oh my gosh, this would be funny. You put a turkey on someone with clips. That's hilarious.
Oh, that would be.
That would be.
So you have to kind of like sneak up and put it on them.
Yeah, it sounds like that. You sneak up, yeah, or you take it. You have to sneak in, take it for them, or you have to put it on them. Yeah, that would be really funny. Turkey trot, short races. There's plenty of those.
With the old people in their walkers.
Yeah. So yes, is usually 1 to 5 miles. take place on Thanksgiving morning. They usually are for charity. Build a turkey. So let's see, classroom craft. You can make a turkey. This is kind of a kiddie thing. Candied turkey. Ooh, that's kind of fun.
That would be good.
Yeah, you make a turkey with an apple and you put all the spice things, the toothpicks on them. Yeah. Paint Thanksgiving blocks. Okay. Very fun. Play board games. You know what? Board games are always really fun to do with friends. We have a stack of board games in our living room. We like to play games when they come. It's fun. Take a walk. That would be good to do after eating a crazy huge Thanksgiving meal.
Right.
Enjoy all of the fall colors outside.
And a lot of people are putting up their Christmas lights that weekend too. So you
I know, right?
get an early start.
I'm going to be putting Christmas up this weekend.
Purple?
Yes. Thanksgiving I Spy. So this is kind of a fun thing where you can take a picture or take that and look. It's like Where's Waldo?
Okay.
Apple turkeys. Apple turkeys definitely will be hit with everyone. Using candy to decorate. That's what the other thing said, basically. Hunt for pumpkins. How would you hunt? So you take a page from Easter book by hiding mini pumpkins throughout your yard. Oh, that's fun.
Just pictures of pumpkins?
So you have, I think, this many like small pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the
I
yard.
wonder how that'd work in my backyard because I have this 80+ pound sulcata that would probably find them and eat them.
Yeah,
and she loves orange, and I think James talked about this a couple of years ago whenever I used the little orange electric lawnmower to mow the yard because she hadn't eaten it fast enough, and then I washed it and I left it sitting out there to dry, and all of a sudden we hear these noise, and my 80-pound tortoise is up there humping the lawnmower. It's all part of the animal thing and living on a farm.
Yeah, right.
I dropped out.
I think that's fun though.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
The hunting for pumpkins, kind of like an Easter egg hunt.
Right.
Handprint turkeys. You put paint on your hand and that's kind of fun.
Okay.
Pie swap. It says, let's see, host a pie swap. Let's see, whether you're trying to use up all the okay, so let's see. I think what you do is you make a pie and you trade it.
Right.
Potato race. Well, then you could do potato race anywhere.
Or do the potato dance like they do at the powwows.
Yeah. So do you have any kind of family traditions of Thanksgiving stuff that you do?
Well, usually just get together and have Thanksgiving and talk and laugh.
Yeah.
About 12, 14, maybe 15 years ago, my oldest son's and his wife lived out in Oklahoma, and her mom lived out here in California, and her dad got very ill and passed away not too long before Thanksgiving. And so we had her name is also Vicky. We had her over for Thanksgiving, and if there's people that don't have any place to go, we can always put an extra chair at the table, So I guess our biggest tradition is just find people that need a place to go and have Thanksgiving with them. So that's going to be so unusual. This is the first time we have not, we won't be having Thanksgiving at somebody's house.
Yeah.
A few years ago, whenever my husband's sister passed away, she used to go up to family up in Ventura and have Thanksgiving with them. Mm-hmm. Interesting thing is their last name is Knapp, A-N-A-P-P.
Mm-hmm.
And we've always called them the Napkins. No, napkins. So anyway, we took her ashes because she'd always gone up there for years, and we took her ashes, so she still got to go up to the Naps and have Thanksgiving with them. But yeah, this year having Thanksgiving in Blythe will be our new thing.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to just be interesting this year because, like I said, it's going to be different because, like I said, everyone's kind of scattered this year.
Yeah, that's the way we are.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, one of the traditions that we've always done for Thanksgiving is my family's always had our Thanksgiving super early in the day. So we always would have our Thanksgiving, like when my grandparents used to have our Thanksgiving at like noon.
Okay.
And then as soon as we had our dinner, like they were just ripping ready to leave because they wanted to avoid traffic.
Yeah.
Like they were always ready to leave because they wanted to avoid the traffic. But we have these, you know, the state plates, you know what I'm talking about when I say the state plates? They're like those plates that were made I think they're actually not meant to actually eat on top of. I think they're meant to actually hang on the wall. Like
Oh,
they're
okay. I have
like,
planet plates, but
yeah,
yeah, the same thing.
so like they're painted with all of the different points of interest of a state. So like
Mm-hmm.
you'll have Oklahoma, or you'll have Nevada, or you'll have California, or you'll have whatever, and they'll show different highlights, and it's only in like two colors. It's like monochromatic. Does that ring a
Okay.
bell?
Yes.
So my grandmother, she used to work at all of these uh, church fundraisers, and they would have like all of the rummage sales, and she would look through all this stuff, and she had collected these dishes, and we have all of these different state plates, and that was what we ate our Thanksgiving dinners on.
How cool is that?
And I think it's kind of different because we didn't really have like china. Like it wasn't like, when I think of what uh what people think of what a traditional Thanksgiving dinner looks like. You know, you have a beautiful table with all the settings of all the dishes, and they all match and everything. Ours, if we're never matching, it was like every single like mishmash of dishes. But
Well, when we'd have family together, I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and they, almost everybody was married over the years, and we used to have Thanksgiving at our house, and the older people ate in the house, and the younger people ate. We set up tables out in the backyard, and we had a pool at the time, and we've had I think the most we ever had was 52 people, just family,
geez,
and
that's a lot of people.
we didn't have 52 matching plates, trust me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, there's no way. Did
And
everyone bring their own
one year I
plate?
was teaching the boys how to cook, and you know, just
Did everyone have
just
their own plates? They brought their plates.
no, nobody brought their plates. Well, one
Oh,
time I had the boys helping me make pumpkin pies, and yeah, Wendy just said 52. Wow, yeah, 52. That wasn't everybody. Anyway, I think James was probably 5th or 6th grade. No, probably 3rd or 4th grade. And he was helping me make pies. And I said, okay, put a teaspoon of salt in the bowl.
oh no.
And we already had the pumpkin in there and the sugar and all that other stuff. And he put a tablespoon in. So we just tripled the recipe so it wouldn't be too salty. We had a lot of pumpkin pies that year. I think I had to go out and buy more pie pans.
You know what happened to me once? Oh my gosh. I was so embarrassed. I've never done this before, but I had a recipe for this really good it was like a lemon vinaigrette, strawberry vinaigrette dressing that I had a recipe for. And I accidentally put salt instead of sugar.
Oh no.
I didn't taste it before either.
Oh no.
Some people poured it on their stomach.
Nobody wanted to eat salad. Why isn't everybody eating my salad?
So embarrassing because everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you left this. You put salt instead of sugar."
I think the
I'm
first
sorry, I'm
year
yawning
I
a
had
lot.
the boys stuff the turkey was I wish there was video cameras or cell phones back then so you could video it, because they're like taking this stuff and putting it in the turkey and telling me how gross it was.
You know, there's so many. I don't know if you look. Do you watch any of the reels, like any of the Facebook reels or the Instagram reels, the little mini video shorts?
No.
So there's this one video where this mom plays a prank on her kid, and she has him help her with the turkey, and she says, "Do you think that's a girl turkey or a boy turkey?" Or no,
When
wait,
they pull the neck out.
yeah, and then the boy pulls it out. It's like, and then he's like, "Mwah, mwah," like he starts like freaking out, and it's hilarious
That's
because it's the neck.
hilarious.
It is totally the neck.
Yes.
And the kid is just ready to throw up. He just cannot even handle it. Like, that's a boy turkey.
I remember the first time the boys would pull it, they're pulling the neck and the gizzard and heart and all that stuff out, the giblets, and they're like, "What's this? Try pancakes with baking soda instead of baking powder." Or,
Yeah.
oh, that would be interesting. How high did they raise, Wendy?
They were like cake. They're cakes. They're pancakes.
And cakes, yes.
Yes. But yeah. Oh, so and then I've shared my recipe for stuffing. The one thing I look forward to every year, and it's so bad for my diet, and me watching what I eat, but I really love eating my stuffing. I make my stuffing with King's Hawaiian bread.
Oh,
It's so good. It's like the best combination because all of the contents of stuffing are very savory.
mm-hmm.
And then you use the sweet bread. Oh
That
my
would be interesting.
goodness. It is so good.
I wonder what stuffing would be like with some pineapple in it.
Yeah. That'd be very
That would
good.
be, and use the King's rolls to do
Oh
that.
yeah, I think that would be really delicious. Just put little chunks
Well,
of pineapple.
I like loaded stuffing, but not everybody in my house does, and so I make the stuffing, just the regular stuff, and I like to use homemade cornbread along with the French bread. That's what I use for mine. And then there's that, and then I like to fry up sausage and walnuts and cranberries, and of course I always have apples and onion in there. But to add mushrooms, cranberries, walnuts, and sausage, it just makes the best dressing, in my opinion.
So
Not everybody agrees with me.
I'm gonna share this. So Wendy said, I guess that Ron, her son, made
Right.
pancakes.
He was a kid. To surprise her. What a surprise.
Yeah, you tried to eat them.
I think all of us have had kids that have done the surprise things before.
I bet it was really hard to eat, like terribly hard to eat.
One of my sister's daughters made her for Mother's Day, made her toast and put sprinkles on them. She said that was interesting to eat.
I remember once I tried to make pizza, like forever ago. We put flour and water together and just made a dough.
Kind of like
flour and water and just laid it out and then put
no
cheese.
salt, no baking powder, no. Paste.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
paste.
Okay. Oh, this is funny. Okay, this is Kimiko.
Yeah.
She says, "I'm not looking forward to my kids to attempt to cook me breakfast for Mother's Day. They get salt and sugar mixed up all the time."
It's,
You know that, like, so that's exactly what happened to me for that salad dressing. I felt so bad. It was like the salad dressing is really good because you put I think it was lemon or lime juice, olive oil, and sugar, like those three together, and then you put it on top of a salad, like a mixed green salad with like freshly cut strawberries, feta cheese. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
that sounds kind of like a recipe I have that I do for spinach salad. And Pampered Chef, most of their stuff is like way overpriced, but they have this little device and it cuts strawberries. And so it's a little square thing about that big a square, and it's got like little knife blades in this plastic square thing. And you set the strawberry on it, and then you push this other thing down, and it slices the strawberries. I mean, it's not that hard to slice strawberries, but this just makes it so much faster and easier. But I had that recipe, and it's I think it's lemon juice and olive oil and chopped onion, finely chopped onion and sugar, and then you like let it set for about an hour to kind of get the flavors going through, and you put it on strawberry spinach and
Mm,
slivered almonds.
mm. I'm sorry if I look like I'm really tired. I really am so exhausted.
I can
It's
imagine.
been,
Well, it's almost 11 o'clock.
I know
Yeah.
it honestly it's been a really crazy week for me because I just oh, and you know it's really sad. My neighbors, let me give you an update on my neighbors.
Oh,
People
the house that burned.
Yeah, people are trying to loot them. It's so terrible. Like, it just makes me so mad. I can't believe people are trying to steal from the house.
Years ago, our house was flooded. The water line broke and flooded the house, and so when you opened the door, all this water swooshed out, just like you see in cartoons.
Mhm.
And people came in and stole all kinds of stuff. They even stole a desk. And Frank had a couple of rings, Masonic rings that were like one was solid gold, very expensive. And they took that jewelry. It's just unbelievable what people take.
Yeah, so it just makes me sad that, people, someone's already like down on their, they're already sad and
Right.
down because they lost everything, right? And
Hmm.
then on top of that, just throw some more salt into the wound of like
Yes.
trying to steal their last possessions they actually still have. Oh, that makes me so mad. I'm so
Yeah.
mad about it. It's just crazy. And like
Yeah.
I said, they're the like I said the last show, like they're just the most kind people. I mean, you guys would love them. They actually do. My neighbor Rip, he actually is involved in Rendezvous. He used to do Rendezvous,
Oh, how cool
and
is
he
that?
actually knows Dawn. He actually knew Dawn, and he knew Chris.
Oh, how cool
And
is that?
this is crazy. This is crazy. Katie, she's like, her daughter, or Katie and Rip's daughter, were in town because obviously what happened, right? And we
All
were
right.
chatting with her, and they said, oh yeah, what's your beat store? And oh, it's Dancy Bear, and the daughter's like, Dancy Bear, and she's like, yeah, that's their beat store, and she's like, oh, I remember. So their daughter remembers Dawn.
Wendy said that that happened to her family back in North Carolina during the hurricane.
Oh, the people stole out of
Yeah,
her
people
family's
are
house.
looting what's left of other houses. That's just horrible.
It's so bad. It just amazes me at how terrible people can be. You know, It just amazes me because it just, people, if they're going through something like having the devastation of a fire and for
Or
some,
any kind of a disaster like the hurricane,
yeah,
yeah.
or hurricane or flood or
Or
whatever,
earthquakes or whatever, yeah.
earthquake, but to go and steal all of their last possessions, that's so terrible. It's
Yeah.
just, oh, it just makes me so sad. But yeah, so yeah, I found that out the other day. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Makes me so sad. I don't know.
There's a lot of good people, but the bad ones are the ones that you really remember the awful stuff they do.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be really careful, even when you're moving, and you've got boxes and you're piling up boxes in the moving van, and then somebody comes along and grabs a box. I remember that happened to us one time,
Wow.
and because we're like, where did that go? And one thing we lost is they stole this bag of left-handed golf clubs that belonged to my husband's dad.
Uh,
Just grabbed it out of the bed, and you don't really notice, and then just all of a sudden one day,
where to go?
where's Dad's golf clubs? Yeah, the only
Wow.
thing is we had somebody actually um, steal. We got the dining room table in the van, and we had the extension, to make the table
Mhm.
longer.
Mhm.
Somebody stole that. Why?
That's weird.
I know.
That's very weird.
So after that, we only had a round table. We didn't have an oblong table.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
I mean, that's
Um,
something we can figure. Somebody had to steal it because it was in the moving van and then it was gone. So somebody had to have stolen it.
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I mean, can you believe it? It's already been, we only have 2 minutes, less than two
Oh,
minutes
Wendy
left.
said it wasn't her family, but other families. It's still bad.
Yeah. So I know. It's, yeah. But I think that the takeaway for this show is we wish everyone a very happy time for Thanksgiving
Yes.
and we hope you guys have everything you need and hope you have all your friends and your family that you want to be around, you to be around.
And
But then
nobody gets crazy and drunk and
yeah, yeah,
thrown in jail. And
yeah, and then
remember that year that Uncle Sam was thrown in jail because he got too drunk?
oh, I forgot to mention, this is one last thing I forgot to
Okay.
tell you guys. So Tuesday, and I can't believe I forgot. This is like I'm all excited again. Tuesday is the anniversary of Brooklyn Boys Pizza.
Oh, 1 year anniversary?
1 year anniversary of Brooklyn Boys Pizza. So that's definitely something that is really exciting that I can't believe it's already been a year. I'm
Wow.
going to be going over there and helping them on Tuesday. Pretty much, they have this amazing deal. They're doing buy a pizza, get a pizza for free.
Nice.
So
Wendy
it's,
says to have a happy Thanksgiving to all, and no matter what or where you do it. Thank
yeah,
you, Wendy.
yes. Yes, we do read the chat, Alexandra. We just don't mention every single chat here, but thank you for saying, hey, what's up? We appreciate all of the people that watch our show. We do this live on Thursday, just due to shortness of staffing of our staff, of our talent, our video hosting. Um, Myself, I'm not going to be able to be live, so we will be doing a pre-recorded show. It's actually going to be a fun show about manners. So we have a video of James, and I'm trying to show James how to have manners.
Good luck with that.
I know it's kind of a funny video. So
Yeah, you'll be getting ready for the powwow, and James
Yeah.
will be out on the river. We will have dumped his butt on the river.
yeah. So and Vicky's going to be at the Indio powwow with us. So if you guys want to see us, you can say hi. We would love to chat, and we would love to see you. So if you did watch our show, please do. This is so funny. Yeah. Whoops.
James Manners.
James Manners? Oh my. So Indio powwow is this weekend coming up. Not tomorrow.
Next
It's
week.
the
It's
weekend,
always Thanksgiving weekend.
yeah, Thanksgiving weekend. So it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Indio. Kimiko, if you want to take a little road trip,
There you go.
it's a nice little powwow. And
Pretty good sized powwow, actually. And it's indoors.
Yeah, it's inside, so it's not as cold. Even the vendors are inside, so we don't freeze to death.
Which is unusual. Usually we're out there in the weather and the cold and the wind and the rain.
Yeah.
We do have rain once in a while. I remember rain.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Kimiko. But maybe your road trip can be down here and you just come and visit us. Make a small little detour and come visit us. We've known Kimiko for a long time. We met her on our craft night that we used to we host every fourth Thursday of the month. We're not going to be doing craft night this month, obviously, because the fourth Thursday of the month in November is Thanksgiving, so we're not going to be doing that. The next craft night is actually going to be the day after Christmas. So I hope that everyone can join us on that. And this has been a fun night of late night craft talk. So Make sure to come by Indio and come by the Brooklyn Boys on Tuesday. So do you have any other announcements, Vicki, for Elk Rock?
Nothing. We don't really have any shows until April. We just have our, Palm Springs street fair.
Okay.
So if anybody's in Palm Springs on Thursday night, come by. We're in front of H&M. I think a lot of people know where H&M. I think it's clothing. And then anyway, we're the only Native American craft booth on the whole street. I think it's about 5 blocks long. There's a lot of food on the north end, and as you go south, and it's all handcrafted stuff. People have to you have to stand before a adjudication committee and prove that you make this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's one new booth that's just set up down the street, and it's a guy, and the name is his booth. He makes soaps and things like that, and it's called Smelly Bastard.
Nice. Maybe you need to get some for James. First Christmas present. Okay. So, are you ready to dance, Vicki?
Yes, I'm ready to dance. And then I'm going to dance myself off to bed because it's past my bedtime.
I know, because right now I feel like it's time to dance.
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, have a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a great time. Take care of yourself. And we will see you guys in December. Yay!
Be safe.
Oh, ain't he cute?
Much better. Much better. Princess Leia is much better than that awful thing.
That's a
All
James
right.
thing.
I know. It's so much fun to give him a hard time about that. So-
Because he's not here to protect himself.
Exactly. Exactly. Look at how much more cute that little cute doggy is. So much more
Yes.
cute.
Good
All
night,
right, guys.
everybody.
Have a good night, everyone. See you soon.